Alright, looks like we are live. Let's go ahead and get this started. Welcome to another round of Satisfactory. Once again, I'm not in drag. I was a little sick today, and I had shit to do this morning. I didn't get any sleep. So, where we left off, we were in the beginning phases of building our proper factory. Let's get started. Did I ever set up a proper machine for... I think I did. It's this one, isn't it? Yes, it is. Let me check our biomass burner. Make sure that we have plenty of fuel. Good. 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 And we're not blowing out power. Alright. So. I've had some time to kind of think over how we're going about doing this. And I've decided that we're going to pivot towards a manifold system. Because this kind of looks stupid and janky. And a manifold system, even though it takes time to get up to speed, there's not really any imperative when we're making iron for it being as efficient as possible. So we're pivoting towards a manifold system. So, how do I go about this? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how this is kind of set up. Excuse me. So...
got it all set up.
Okay, good.
I just need to figure out how to put the fucking camera on stream.
I cannot figure that out right now. I don't know. Go into the camera source settings, whatever that might be, and select the USB camera or something.
I mean, someone's asking me on my Instagram, like, what's your, TikTok so I can go live?
Look it up on Google or something. That's how I solve most of my problems. I Google that shit. And this is why I don't use TikTok. So I'm thinking we do something like... We'll keep it very compact. What we'll do is we'll have two holes right here. Then we'll have a splitter right here. And then we'll just use a pretty standard manifold setup. So a manifold system is, instead of doing that over there where we distribute everything evenly, very communist, instead we pipe it into one splitter, and then we kind of let this machine fill up, and then over time it'll I am not a big fan of how that conveyor looks. Like that honest to Christ looks fucking atrocious. So I think we will do it like this. I cannot fucking stand when it looks curved like that. I cannot stand that. So I think we'll put our lift hole right here. There's not really an imperative. We'll have it come out right there. I'm literally about to tear down this fucking factory and just build it properly. Okay. Okay. So I think maybe our dimensions... No, I don't... Okay, no, our dimensions aren't off, per se. I don't know. Let's see, what do we got? Right there on the second one. Okay, no, I want to keep it like that because it's symmetrical and it looks nice. So we're going to make this work. Okay, so we'll just kind of build it backwards then. Like so. And then we could put our lift hole right here. Lift hole right here. Actually, I think we're going to move it back. I'll move it back a bit. I'll tell you what, I'll move it back a little bit. We'll set it back some so that in case we ever want to route any of the items anywhere else, we have space to install a splitter. And then we'll go ahead and connect all of our manifolds together. So connect that. Connect that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Uh-huh. 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 And now we have our manifold system. So now we're going to go down here and figure out how we're going to go about connecting everything. You know, I really should have installed a way of getting up and down. Really should have thought about installing a proper way of getting up and down. Put our conveyor lift like so. Conveyor lift like so. Alright, and then we'll just go ahead and install the proper foundation. We'll also install a roof. Actually, I think we could just, instead of doing that, we can be smart. Oh, that's right. I don't have the inverted ramps. Okay, that'll have to do for now. And now we have our manifold. And we're going to do the same thing over here. And this is going to give us more of a kind of consolidated setup. Okay, so there's not really any interruption to where the placement of the lift hole has to be. Fuck off. Go away. Uh-huh. Wow, look at that pathing. It just pathed up that fucking staircase. Okay. So these don't have to change, except for this right here. That has to face this way. That has to face this way. I think we're... No. We still got plenty of wire. I cannot emphasize with words how much I hate these freaking... these power poles. Like, the Mark IIs are so much better. And we're going to install a roof over this. So we're not even going to really need power poles if we get the wall outlets. Did I ever get... I don't think I... No, I did. Ooh, can I place them on the floor? No, I cannot place them on the floor. I know I can place them on the ceiling. Fuck. Splitter. There we go. And then we'll have this nice turn right here. Like so. And then we have to install these fucking posts over here. Again, looks like I'm in goddamn I can't think of the name of the town. Just imagine one of those towns with there's power lines everywhere. And it just kind of looks tacky. It looks like shit. Now I've done my homework. And one of the things I've learned is that you can actually cut out from the production process entirely. You can cut out screws from your production process entirely if you can find the right alternate recipes. So that's the goal that we're going to have.
Where's the phone holder?
Where's the what?
Are you on here?
Yeah, it's right there. Is it still not working on the computer?
I'm trying. I literally moved the video camera so many fucking times, and it won't. And it keeps showing me this way instead of center.
See, this is why TikTok was never supposed to be a web app. It's supposed to be a phone app, nothing more.
I mean, I think you can figure it out later on stream.
Yeah, I'll figure it out later, babe. Just use the phone. I got a nice phone stand. And a ring light, but I can't be bothered to set that up.
Yo.
Oh my god, this is gonna blow out my power grid, probably. Can you stop, bro? This fucking thing keeps getting up on my factory.
Downtown?
I need a gun. I need a freaking gun. So for now, what we're gonna do is we're going to manufacture iron plates and screws. We need to work towards expanding the factory this way. I know iron deposits. Yeah, oh, literally over there. Okay, so the factory needs to come this way. We're going to need some more miners, but for right now, we're just going to need that. Fucking asshole. Okay. We have our reinforced iron plates. So we're just gonna pump the output directly in here. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work because these are too close together. For now, this will work. This will work. This is a purely temporary thing. You're going to make iron plates. Again, purely temporary.
Oh yeah, I saw that thing around it.
That makes it to the last one. It gives us time to kind of make back up.
She held it though. She held it down. Yeah, I heard it.
I'm going to put a wall outlet here, though. I will put a wall outlet. Like so.
That's exactly what happened to me at kid. On the minority.
So we're going to disconnect this half of the system. We're only going to run this portion. And we're also going to disconnect this. We can always reconnect it. We're going to reconnect it later because I need this to start spinning up so we can make more iron plates. And then we'll build a second constructor. We'll actually build a constructor next to it that makes screws. And the purpose of this, we'll have a constructor that makes screws. We'll have one that makes sticks. And the purpose of this is so that we can have all the iron shit that we really need and just have it on hand. So that'll make plates, this will make rods, this will make cast screws. So that'll give us all the, we'll be able to make reinforced plates, we'll be able to make, you know, power lines and all that stuff. So all of our iron needs will be met for the time being while we work on building a facility that can properly handle the expected amount of volume that we have here. Now I already know what's gonna fucking happen when I connect this thing.
Okay, so I'm waiting for capital zero.
Why am I doing that? Just connected to this. Watch that. Listen. You ready? Oh my god.
And the first watch on Samsung. Of course, sugar.
Yeah, we need to add another biomass burner urgently so that we don't blow out our entire power grid. Preferably before the iron makes it to the smelter. And then we'll take this. We'll go ahead and jam some more in here. We might need another one so that we can beat capacity. How are we doing now? Oh, well, maybe we should you know, I think it might be a good idea to, like, connect it to the system.
You don't want to pay some asshole? Kept begging me for the half face.
I think we'll be fine here. So now let's see if our system's working.
Man, do you need another crayon bod?
No, I got it. I'm fine. Thank you, babe.
Well, some of me and Maddie drinking at the bars.
Okay, yeah. So our manifold system
Vodka cranberry.
is working.
Vodka cranberry. That's what we
Now as these kind of fill up,
Unless I'm having a cheat day, then I'll get liquid marijuana at like Savoy or Tequila Sunrise. 6 like brands of alcohol. Mixed
Oh, there's no
with
power.
juice.
Yeah. Oh, it's a drink. Oh, it's a
You thought it was weed in there?
babe, can you quiet it down a bit?
Let me talk to you after a stream.
Damn it. Zoop. Let's go on up. And let's get power to these things. That's going to probably be yet another biomass burner. I think we'll be fine. Our average isn't anywhere near our maximum output. Are you overclocked? You are not overclocked. Let's fix that. You have to be overclocked. I need you to be overclocked to 200% capacity. I know how we're going to do that. We're going to use a classic, the most classic trick in the book. Actually, let me do this. Okay, it doesn't need to be that bad. See, ordinarily, there's like a poison flower down there, and you have to use a Nobelisk detonator to kind of deal with it. But we don't have to do that. So now we're just gonna back on down and take apart our little ramp. Now, okay. Something's aggroing on me, isn't it? Okay. So we got that. Oh, I see a yellow power slug over there. That's another thing we could probably grab right now. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do. I'm gonna try it. It's just gonna be in and out, in and out. Don't mind if I do. Gotcha. And now we're just gonna take apart our bridge, cool as you like. I can just mass dismantle this shit. There. Alright. Let's head back. Get those converted into power shards and get our mining operation going at the speed it should be. I never researched the... Wait a second. That's right! I need motors to do this. Well, we have it when we need it. So let's go ahead and... That's right, I'm using the... Why did I jam everything? Because I put a storage container that has all this crap in it. I think we just gotta go looking for power. Either we need to get motors built, because we can, like we can do this. This is well within range. We have plenty of wire. We just need the motors, and we can't make those in the crafting. You can't make motors in the crafting bench. So we need an assembler. We don't have an assembler. We're working on that milestone right now. So if I want to go the route of... I need a second power shard. And for now that means a second blue slug. I also don't like that it's starting to get dark out. That means it's... You have my interest. Consider my interest to be piqued. I think we have our power slug. Let me get a light on so I can fucking see. What a fucking chump. I just walked over his ass. Uh-oh. Oh, it's you. Yeah, go on. Come up on my bridge, asshole. Oh. Got him. What a chump. What a chump. Actually, I probably should have killed them for the DNA points, because I still have some stuff I need to get, but that's not a priority right now. What a chump. That's all we need for the time being. Ideally, we're... Wait a minute. I have reinforced... I'm gonna be greedy. Actually, no. I could be greedy later. Right now, our goal is to get production up as high as possible with what we have. Once I get more reinforced iron plates, I can upgrade all the shit here to give me the capacity that I need. Yeah, you're the one going in this way. I don't think there's really anything that needs to be changed under here. Let me check it quickly. Oh, I actually built a way to get up here. What a concept. What an unbelievable concept. I should probably do that for the other one. Get into the crawl space. This is actually pretty good. This is going to back up. We'll be able to get higher production. Where the hell is... You know, I can't really be... Oh, it's here already. I was just being impatient. Alright, so we're about to get a bump to production. How's our average power consumption? It's starting to reach capacity. Although I think that this is about to max out. I don't know, let's see. Are we going to blow the power grid? Or... what's going to happen there? So these aren't using any power anymore. Yeah, that's going to back up soon. So that's burning. That's maxed out, so that's going to back up. That's fine. Although we do... Actually, we do want... I mean, we need these. Alright, we've got production back up. There is a risk that we blow the power grid. I don't think that risk is very high, though. Yeah, like, we're starting to drop. The average is... The rolling average is starting to drop. So I think we're fine. We don't need to burn more biomass, but we do need to make sure that these are fueled. Good. Good. What's another device on the network going to do? Let's check everything. I think we're just going to load these up. We have more solid biofuel on order. Oh. That's my storage container. I can go grab that later. Alright. So our next goal is going to be to bring the factory closer to the iron deposits over there. I believe I've cleared out most of the foliage there. If I haven't, then I need to go back and get my solid biofuel so I can. But I believe I have. I've cleared it out enough. I've cleared it enough. Let's go kick your ass. Damn. Guy's an asshole. Okay, you're not a big deal. It's like a random island over there. What if I could build out there? I know that there's spiders down there. I don't know. Could I clear that shit out? We'll see. Right now, the primary concern is just getting this layer of crap built. Yes, the world grid. I should have used that. Zoop. And so what my plan is we're going to build this up, and we're kind of going to encase all these furnaces within a, within kind of a superstructure, and then the factory will go up on top. That way we'll have plenty of ground clearance, so that as we expand, we don't have to worry too much about interference from the ground. So this is what I mean, that I'm going to be using a lot of concrete. So I guess we'll kind of start by encasing this area a little bit. So obviously we're going to want the stairs to be right here. Where would a miner, in theory, where would a miner go? Go right there, face that way. This side's given a little too much berth. I probably should just do this. Do that. And just build it. Production, miner Mark 1. It has to face this way. Like so. And then we could put our little staircase here. Gives it a nice kind of earthy look, almost. Well, I mean, in brutalist architecture, it is pretty common to see, to incorporate, like, nature. What exactly did I overlap? Did I literally just... Oh, I see what I did. Well, let's get rid of that. We don't need it for right now.
What are y'all going to do?
This is gonna suck, because apparently I can't place it on these rock formations. Yeah, we're gonna have to get an obelisk detonator going for that. That's kind of shit. Oh. Okay, so that needs to move. God damn it. I gotta place the block. That'd probably be a smart, semi-advantageous thing to do. Probably need to make sure that we can actually get up. There we go. Get production back up. And then we need to move concrete production inside. Goodness gracious, this is getting quite large. Large and in charge. Yeah, I think we'll keep that kind of funnel shape a bit. Alright, that's looking nice. Okay, how's our production doing? Another 500 screws. We're fine on iron rods. We can always use more plates. Ah! Ah, that could have been fall damage. I guess this must have just gotten here. Shit. Okay, let's go and pump in some more solid biofuel. Like that. That'll work. What the hell am I even... Wait a minute. I'm sorry, what point in the game are we at again? Let's do that. And then we just do this. There we go. Problem solved. I was gonna say, like, what point in the game am I at again? Let's see. Let's dump all of our screws in. Let's make a shit ton of wire. Qua. Let's let that cook. We're gonna burn through a fuckload of copper wiring, that's for damn sure. So I think the next thing we have to do is we have to focus on automating copper production. We'll need a similar setup to what we had before. So I think before we go any further, to make things a little easier on myself, we're gonna go ahead and clear out that copper area, and we're gonna move start moving the foundation over there. Jesus, this thing is completely massive. Good. 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 Now we're just going to move in this general direction. Why am I doing that? It's just one. We're going to get this area cleared out, and then I got to get that tree back over there. Don't mind me, just bulldozing your entire home. Also, the less foliage there is, the better, because I can see more.
So far, they're loving it.
That's good. I see a power slug over there.
Well, I'm getting my cardio one day.
That's good. Okay.
Did you see me go live with this yet? Well, I'm about to go back in.
So yeah, let's go ahead and clear out all this.
So I know you followed me after that video.
Alright. Get Get this, get this, get this, get this, get this, get this. So one of the techniques we can kind of use to suppress, the way you can suppress mob spawning in this game is you have to have powered buildings nearby. Let me go ahead and fix that little architectural oversight. Alright. Good. Very good. Muy bien. Oh, you're already going down. Very nice. Okay, we've cleared out the area. Let's go ahead and start moving the foundation over. Now, unfortunately, because of those rocks, I need the Nobelisk detonator to get rid of them. I don't have that right now, so we're just going to have to kind of let it sit there for the time being until I can get a hold of enough sulfur and steel. God, this shit's gonna look freaking ugly. Okay. I'm gonna put our miner right here. I'm gonna have it faced east, maybe? Or north, rather. Ah, this is unpleasant. It's literally like right there. The ground is like right there. That's certainly not ideal. This needs to be moved forward by one. What the fuck is in the way? Of course. Alright, so we're gonna kind of cheat it a little bit and do that. Actually, we don't even have to do... Damn, if only life were so kind. I think we're gonna need to smarten up a little bit here. Like, this is not working. We're just gonna have to do this. You're literally just sitting there, dude. Are these things killable? You used to be able to kill them. Well, I have my answer. They are very much killable. It doesn't seem like they drop anything anymore. And we are out of concrete. Let me go and get that tree that was over there. Alright. One of the bulbs in my kitchen's going out. I have to replace it soon. Can I cut this? Yes, I can. Let's not fall down there. Thank you. That cave down there is where I saw my first spider in this game. Again, I don't know what it is with the spiders in this game. They weird me out more than in other games. Fall damage. How's our concrete production doing? Good. Very good. That's what we need. And now I gotta go and convert all of this, What the fuck am I doing? This is actually gonna be easier. Okay, that's too slow. Constructor time. We'll need 2 constructors. Oh, I literally have everything I need. Actually, we should have a storage container here because we want that buffer so that if we have anything extra, we can just put it directly on the supply chain. Like that. Actually, we'll make this alphabetical from left to right. Leaves. Wood. How's our power doing? Max consumption went up, but our average is still looking pretty good. Gotcha, boy. Casual animal cruelty. The leaves in here. Let those work. Let's go and stack up our, make sure that all of this has fuel in it. And let's add another one to the mix. Very nice. Now we have more concrete, we can expand over to the copper area and get something going. Fucking hate this shit, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you can literally see all the areas I could not build in. I think we're just going to have to eat it and just pave over it like this. I'm not a big fan of that, but we got to do what we got to do. We got to keep building. Oh, don't want to do that. Alright. We got this. And we're out of concrete again, because like I said, we use a lot of fucking concrete. Fuck off. I think we might go for the inverted ramp pack. I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, I think that might be our next move, the inverted ramp pack. I have some interesting ideas for that. Concrete production is not great. Not very great. Okay. We gotta convert this shit. This. I could stick in there. This I could stick in there. Still pumping shit out? Holy crap. Well, I guess we could figure out, while that cooks, how we're going to go about the copper facility. Oh, let me do that. Alright, so right off the bat, we're dealing with a normal copper node, so that's automatically going to produce, I believe it's 60. Let me pull it up on my side right over here. Let me take a look. What kind of... Okay, so it's double. It's... Yeah, okay, so each level and each level of purity doubles it. Okay. So this, I believe, is a normal node. So automatically it's going to produce 60. So in theory, we're looking at a maximum potential output of 600. Yeah, so that's a Mark III miner overclocked at 250% power. Let me make sure, let me remember that number. 600, yeah. So 600, if I build a furnace, 30 per minute, 600 divided by 30 is 20, so we'd need 20 of these fuckers to have a fully efficient system. So I think the copper plant needs to be right here. I only have 443 concrete. Okay, so we can cover this right now. That, then we bring it up by one more, and we're in business. I believe when I did it over here, I left like one block of clearance. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to need 20 furnaces. That's a tall order, but doable. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to need even more concrete because we got to go all the way down here. And we'll have 2 banks of 10. So, let me get rid of you. We'll have 2 banks of 10. And we can just distribute. We can use a manifold. We'll use a manifold system to get all of the copper sorted. Well, I think this system's plugged up. Our power consumption has fallen sharply. We'll need more of those. We don't really... wouldn't hurt. And we have screws for days. So let's go and get some more. Actually, I'm going to let those run. And then we can go swap out the screws. Really what we need is more limestone. More concrete. Because we're not really meeting a level of production that we need for the amount of concrete that we're using. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go out of our way and find another limestone node. Oh, looky at that. There's another one over there. Let's get a portable miner going. We're also going to need some power shards to overclock it. And we don't have motors yet. We should probably get on that at some point. We got to clear out this right here. Goodness gracious. What kind of node are we talking? Normal? Music to my ears. Alright, let's get a miner going. And get a conveyor going. Constructor. Constructor's gonna have to go right here. So for concrete, actually, we don't need to overclock this just yet. It's a normal node. It's a normal node, so it's gonna yield 60 right off the bat. So now we can get another round of concrete on order. Yeah, 60 per minute. And that's gonna take a few years to get here. Now, because we're producing so much, 30 per minute, 15 per minute. So right now, if the math adds up, we're producing about 75 per minute. That isn't much of an improvement. That really isn't. Actually, this is only producing 60. We don't need that. We don't need to overclock it doubly so. Because the most we're ever going to get is 60. So having 90 per minute doesn't really do anything for us. So we get to save a power shard from that. And then we could stick the power shard somewhere else. Honestly, at this point, I'd say we're just better off. We're probably just better off finding another limestone node. But we don't need to do that just yet. We can let that spin up and get our concrete production going. And just watch this beautifully merge into my thing. Oh, the production is so much better. Just look how gorgeous that is. And we can let that spin for a little bit while we continue working on our copper facility. Probably need to restock the biomass burners now. How are we looking? I think we're just going to full send it. Doesn't really make much of a difference whether or not we're putting in 100 or 200 other than having to check it again. So I think we're just going to full send it and stock all of them. We're still not... Our maximum production is still... Actually, it's pretty close. It's only 2 megawatts short of what we need. And a power shard could easily correct that. Actually, actually, I mean, we're going to need another one at some point. We are going to need another one at some point. I'm not going to build it unless I have to, though. So we'll let the concrete production run. I think we're at a good point right now. Just let the concrete flow on in. Now we can get back to building. So the goal right now is to get copper production going. That's right. Get off my factory. Oh my god. Those have to get Nobelisked soon, because we're starting to expand over there. Alright, let's see. So we're building out this section over here. And that's going to be our copper smelting. There we go. This is going to be a tricky one. Because I want this to be as concise and elegant as possible. I care more about filling in the gaps in the ground. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll do something like this. We'll kind of build them in, let's see, it's 20. It's not really any penalty if we did more, but it's 20. So we want to do it in increment. We can do it in increments of 4. I think we could fit 4. That's the output, isn't it? I guess this is fine. I guess this works. Okay, now how do we do this? In theory, we could split it underground. But we could do something like this, maybe. I mean, if we're going for a compact design like this, I don't think we can split it underground. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I think we might have to split it underground, potentially. Unless we want to go for some bullshit like this. That's not going to work, though, because there's not enough space for this to happen. Alright, we're going to have to split it underground. Honestly, we probably should be handling that underground or in like a logistics area. And this is what I did not want. We're gonna have to fill this in later. Okay, I can't afford to have this fucking around right now. Okay, time to cheese it a little bit. I am gonna hate myself for this, but I can always fix it later. Oh, horseshit. Actually, this isn't horseshit. This is fine, because we're just gonna take from there. So I think what we'll do is we'll take this, angle it around. And so we're going to use kind of a manifold of manifolds. Do that. Then we're going to have it come back down. Get some more splitters going. Or mergers, rather. And we're going to output it on the right side. Ah, fuck. Didn't mean to do that. I wonder. This is gonna look. This is gonna look like utterly horrible. God damn it, I fucked it up. Built these too close. Okay, let's try this again. Actually, I think I could just do something like... Well, I know that there's not a whole lot due east, I want to say. What is east? Yeah, there's not really any ores. There's iron out that way, but it's pretty far away. So I think the processing facility we're going to angle that way. I know that this one's unnecessary, but it still looks nice. Now let's see if our improved concrete production actually did anything that we wanted. I'm thinking we might end up refining this soon, but in a different episode. I want the designs to be... Because we're already budgeting our hardware for the expected maximum output of a particular device, of a particular node. So we can afford to make it compact. Look at all that production, bro. Blood. Honestly, like, once we get these nodes over there, this facility is kind of complete. This particular area is kind of complete. I think the next thing... we don't need to worry about constructors for right now. I guess now I'm just kind of going to focus more on prettying some things up. Yeah, we gotta get this area done. That's still lacking. Because, like, yeah, okay, that's temporary. All these nodes are, like, clustered together. And so, you know, once we kind of get out of this area, I mean, I do want to build down there eventually. You know, where the fucking spiders are. But, we can kind of just close off this facility. I will note one issue that I have, though. So these are all direct... Yeah, these iron areas are definitely going to get kind of reconstructed. Because one of the mistakes I've made is that I didn't build any storage buffer area. Generally, I like to buffer each step in the production chain with a storage box, so in case they back up, we can kind of, you know, recoup. We can recoup our, well, not recoup, sorry, but, like, we can have spare in case there's any interruption to supply chain, to the supply chain. And I failed to build that, so we need to make sure we're building. I don't think storing the ore is necessary. I don't think storing the ore is necessary. I think we could pipe it directly in. I don't know. It could go either way. I'll think about it. I'm not sure. Right now, I just want to build the foundations and this mining facility. I think we might... I don't know. I might give it a cool kind of look. We might build it kind of like pyramid style. So we have a nice aesthetic going. I don't know. I'll have to see when the kind of base is built. The base area is finished being built. What I think. I'm not a big fan of this. but I can deal with it later. So we do that. Yeah, we have like a huge area right here. Could have this be like a storage area for all the ores and ingots. And we still got to deal with this iron deposit right there. And I do need to get a perimeter built around this area.
Jamal, you know you left your nuggets. Spencer got Chick-fil-A. Yeah, someone got Chick-fil-A outside.
I'm going to go ahead and let this run. I'm going to let this part of it run. I want all these filled. There's no reason why they should be closed off.
You know our friend. He like to eat food out.
I really wish they had corner stairs. I don't know if it comes in like the corner ramp pack. I wish they had corner stairs though. Hello.
Definitely on you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, babe. Love you. I'm not sure. I say we work on the facility's base. I want this to kind of be like a square, sort of. Yeah, I think the next thing we need to work on is making sure that there is storage in this facility. I like having, as I said, I like having that storage area because it generally helps make sure that there's still stuff moving through the supply chain. There we go, a giant concrete monolith. I think I might be able to do something with this. I don't know, we might be able to do something with this. We have a lot of elevation, so that tells me that we might... no, it goes up over there. I don't want any ground intervention. I don't know. I'll have to think about it some. I think right now, I think the last thing we're going to do before I sign off is we're going to just get the electronics working. Let's make sure that the staircase goes by the hub. There we go. Like that. How are we doing? I think I'm not going to check the biomass generators. Concrete production is looking good as always. Go ahead and stick my wood in here. I'm going to stick my leaves in here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cook the breakfast tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm thinking that I'm losing my train of thought. Electrical. Yeah, we need to work on the electrical up there. Let's go ahead and set up the power lines and set up the power lines, the wires.
You still want to make shrimp or grits, or you don't do anything? I don't care either way.
Shrimp and grits. I thought you were making breakfast.
Well, you said I had the breakfast casserole, the lettuce and gravy, but I also got you shrimp and grits because you asked.
Yeah, we'll get all that food. We'll get all that food. You can make the casserole.
We need to last for a week.
Yeah, but we don't need to cook the shrimps.
I'm trying to cook the breakfast. We need to last for a week, and we have to. Because, you know, the next time we don't be able to cook, it's literally no day.
Alright, let's make sure they're all set to copper. I believe they are. So we'll need 5 banks of 4.
That's why I'm cleaning out the refrigerator tomorrow.
I think we have enough space. Connect that. Good grief. Wire is too long. Yeah. Put temporary one right here. Up, our max consumption cranked up. We now have power, and this is going to output copper. Now, mass producing wire and copper wire is not the end all be all. Like I said, we're going to build production just right over here. Yeah. I don't know if we want it in the same facility though. We probably will to some extent. I think for now, what we'll do is we'll just do this. I know that this is kind of a cheese method, but it's a viable temporary solution. And it's not a temporary solution in the sense that it's secretly a permanent solution. Oh, I'm actually almost out of iron plates. I have been building a lot. Well, I need to go get some more. Let me check on our average usage. It's not too bad. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I gotta just drag this conveyor belt all the way over here. Alright, like I said, it's a temporary solution until we get a proper facility built. Damn, this is actually having a hard time. This is kind of cheating, but... There we go. Alright, looks like our average is probably going to be close to like... Yeah, it's around 90. Our capacity is 130. We should be fine. We do need to get some more biofuel in the works. So I think we're going to take down this area. And we're kind of just going to move in a circle. And just kind of dismantle it. We're just going to go around in a big circle and just incrementally destroy this entire forest. You really have to play this game a lot to run out of a viable forest. You have been playing for 2 hours. I feel like this is a game where people have made entire YouTube careers off of playing it. This is a game where it's easy to log hundreds of hours in it. Bauxite. That is a late game ore. That's how you make aluminum. There we go. I'm just gonna continue wiping out the entire forest. Let's be careful of that guy. Although, do not mind if I do. Alright. I think... How are we doing on wood and leaves? And we have bauxite that we can't do anything with. Not until much later on. This thing's still cooking. Let's put all of our wood in there. And then all of our leaves in here. And then that's going to cook. I forget if I checked. How's concrete production doing? Concrete production's doing well. Let's go ahead and... I know I said I was going to quit, but I still have more shit I need to do before I'm ready to... before we reach a good stopping point. Do I have more shit I need to do? Alright, let me go around the perimeter and check. Ah, yeah, I see something over there. It's always something, right? Yeah. You are still fucking here. Fucking bitch-ass pathing system won't let it go the fuck down. Actually, it might even be a better idea than before to build copper production right here, because I see a copper node over there. See if I can see any... Let me check the copper nodes. There is not a lot of copper. Yeah, I see the node right there. What about limestone? I know there's iron back there. There's another limestone node that way. I know that there's a sulfur deposit over there. It's outside that fucking place. A quartz is the tricky one, though. Yeah, there's one that way. I think it's the one by the swamp. Yeah, quartz is a little tricky. Caterium, there's one over there, I believe. Yeah, I don't need one. Alrighty, so in the next stream that I do this, we'll be working on the copper production facility. We also got to exploit that particular node right there. And we're going to continue to level everything that we see. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Instagram at Kendall00H.